Welcome back to another Spic adventure. I recently spent about 10 days in Chongqing and Chengdu. Before going to China, I knew I wanted to do a photo shoot that I saw trending all over social media, but I didn't know how or where to book. I saw a few people mentioning that you can pre-book the service on Xiaohongshu, which is one of China's social media platforms, but ultimately decided to hold off until I was in China to see my options. I'm glad I did because you do not have to pre-book photo shoots, at least not for the ones you see trending all over IG and Xiaohongshu. I can't speak for popular photo studios, but if you're trying to have a photo shoot in a super touristy area like Hongyadong in Chongqing, which is where I ended up having it done, there are plenty of options. In fact, once you are approaching Hongyadong, you will be approached by older ladies with iPads showing you pictures of these photo shoots. You can check out some of the photos and see if you like the style, and if you do, you can follow them back to the studio. Separately, you can also roam around the different floors of Hongyadong and you will see many different studios. The storefront will have plenty of photo shoot pictures that they took, so you can do some comparison and see which ones you like. I ended up choosing the largest studio on the second floor, not for any particular reason other than it seemed like they had lots of customers, so it probably should be pretty decent. But if I could do it again, I would also look at the smaller studios. Smaller studios have less customers and you might receive more attention to your costume, makeup, because they don't have to worry about volume. There are a few different package options. Because these studios are all located in the same building right next to each other, the pricing will be relatively the same. I didn't notice any price difference on their signage when checking out different stores. Depending on the costume, the complexity of hair and makeup, and how many photos you want to take and have edited, the pricing cost can range between 200 to 400 yuan. That's around 30 to 60 US dollars. Super worth it, considering that's for the entire experience, hair and makeup included. For me, the costume I chose cost around 400 yuan, since it requires a more elaborate hairstyle. It comes with 40 photos, 9 of which will be edited. Once you've decided on the studio, they'll ask you to pick through and try on some costumes. The one I went to had the Hanfu style, which is actually what I wanted originally, but the staff convinced me to go with Miao style instead. Miao is an ethnic group specific to the Sichuan region, which is where Chongqing is located. They use silver as currency, and the women are known to melt all their silver and turn it into jewelry so that when they're on the run, they simply need to wear all their accessories. So efficient. So after they dress you, you're going to move on to makeup and hair. You're going to need to trust the process here. When they slapped on this white layer as thick as cement on my face, I was like, shit. It turned out okay though. Once you're done, here comes the actual photo shoot. This is what I noticed. The photographers and the costume studios are two different businesses. They partner together to give you the full service, but once the costume and makeup are done, the studio has technically done their share and the photographers take over. Different costume studios may use the same photographers. Different photographers have access to different photo locations. So if you have a specific location you want to shoot at in mind, make sure that when you look through the sample photos, the location is in there. These photographers only have access to certain locations and cannot take photos in locations that they quote do not have access to. Think of it kind of like gang turfs, because that's exactly what that kind of is actually. Depending on how the costume studio contracts with the photographer may shoot with multiple clients all at the same time. This was the case with me. My photographer was working with 4 to 5 different girls at the same time, so I actually had to wait around a lot for other girls to finish. I did notice some girls had dedicated photographers, and my suspicion was these probably were from smaller costume studios. These dedicated photographers seemed a lot more patient and spent more time with the girls than my photographer had with me, since he had to deal with a lot more clients and he had to work quickly to get through us all. So I get it. But if I could pick, I would definitely go with the smaller studio next time, as it would be less hectic of an experience. All said and done, from start to finish takes about 3 hours. Getting dressed with hair and makeup takes about 1.5. Photos take another hour. And finally, choosing which photos you want edited takes another half hour. So plan accordingly. After you finish taking your photos, they'll usher you to a separate room where you have to choose the pictures you want edited. My package comes with 9 edited pictures, but obviously they will try to not very subtly coerce you into buying more photos. Each additional edited photo costs around $10. Here's the thing. If you want to, by all means, go and buy as many as you want. But if you're content with what the package comes with, which is 40 unedited photos and 9 of which are edited, then just stay firm and keep telling them that you only want the number that you already paid for. They will try to pressure you into buying more, telling you that the ones you already paid for is not enough, that if you don't buy more, then you would have wasted the time you spent to dress up, that you would have wasted the photographer's time and effort. Fuck that. Fuck them, in fact. If you don't want it, don't get it. Let me tell you, they were really pushy. So pushy that there are times I actually felt a little bit intimidated. Just stay strong, and if it really comes down to it, just play up the 我是美国人 and pretend you have no freaking clue what they're saying. After some back and forth, you'll need to friend them on WeChat so they can send you the photos later. So make sure to set up a WeChat account before your photo shoot. Aside from pushy salespeople and the hectic photo shoot experience, everything else was great, and I think $60 is a great value for some professional pics. If you have any questions about the experience, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more Spec Adventure. Bye!